Good morning. Good morning, family. All right. Good morning, beautiful family. Blog Talk and YouTube. Good morning. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning on this very important topic that we as Black folk need to have. This is a much needed topic in our community because a lot of our standards are not, our business practices are not up to par. And I know, I do understand that we don't have a whole lot of money like everybody else does, but that's not an excuse to be raggedy. That is not an excuse to not be honest. That's not an excuse not to hold your end of the bargain. Okay. We are not going to be like them. We expect that from them. That's what they do. But we want to be different. We don't want to be like the stereotype tells us that we're going to be thieves, we're going to be dishonest, we're going to be ghetto, we're going to be liars, we're going to not honor each other. We're not going to be like that. We are going to hold each other to a standard. Blog Talk, let me give you the number in case anybody wants to call in, and that number is 563-999-3682. Again, 563-999-3682. Blog Talk. And StreamYard and YouTube. Thank you for joining, you guys. You guys, I'm going to give you the title for Blog Talk. The blog talk title is Changing of the Gods. You have to put that in first, and then when you trust your own and get ripped off. Okay, what happens when you trust your own and get ripped off? That's the one. If you want to look it up on YouTube. I am very disappointed this morning. And as some people, if you saw the preview before, I had a picture of a vehicle on the front, and it's really talking about the. Today we're going to talk about honoring each other, honoring our word, and honoring standing behind your merchandise, standing behind your product. If you sell a product, make sure that it is good quality, make sure that it's top standing. And I know we don't have a whole lot of money, you guys. I know we just starting out, some of us, but don't go into buying stuff that really is not a good product, and you know that it's not a good product, and you try to sell it anyway, at a high price, and then you don't stand behind it. That we don't want to get into that. We expect white folk to cheat us. We expect them to be disrespectful and rude. But this is why we are in the Black community leaving their businesses and coming over to create our own, right? We're going to create the reality that we want to see, correct? We are going to create and trust each other and treat each other with great, exceptional customer service. We are going to have a smile on our face, and we're going to be excited to have this business. We are going to be excited because we have an opportunity to have our own. That's where it should. And let's not get to the point where we are taking each other for granted because we are doing well, because that can change at any moment. Because when you start giving out bad jujus or bad karma, it comes back, right? Because I read in the word, it says, I visit the sins of the father to the third and fourth generation. That means if I do something, if I don't get it back, then my children have to live in that. I don't want my children to live in something that I created for them, and they're getting bad juju throughout their lifehood or throughout their life or every now and again because something I did. I don't want to do that. Um, Situation. We bought a car. Well, my husband bought a car, and this was his dream car. And we all want our dream vehicles because my dream is to get a three-wheeler. Okay, and I have one. Okay, I got one, but that is my dream. Okay, yes, I have a motorcycle. Yes, I love it. Yes, I ride, but that was my dream. But when you get your dream vehicle, and this is a vehicle, and this is a 63, what is this, a 63 AMG or something, it's a Mercedes, okay? But I'm not good at cars, so I think it's an AMC, AMG, AM something 63. Okay, yeah. For my car people, what kind of car I'm talking about. For me, I don't care about cars like that, but that's his dream car. So we, of course, when he first called me talking about it, and I just didn't feel good about it. I'm like that. I can tell. I don't even have to meet the person or the situation will come to me, yay or nay. That's just a gift. Don't ask me how. I'm sure other people have that gift where discernment is real strong, and I can talk to somebody on the phone and be like, I don't want to deal with that person because of some things I'm feeling. So when he first talked to me about the deal, and I said, honey, I said, let's try to wait. I wasn't too impressed on what I saw. Or what I was hearing from what he was talking about. So, of course, men, they like what they like, and it's okay. That's what he wanted. But I wasn't feeling it. So uh, he called and he, was telling me about the deal. And I said, well, that's what you want. I said, but this is how I feel. So the conversation went on. He said, well, I want to go down there. I want to take you down there and look at it because, it's a great car. I've seen it. I like it. And I really want it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, I'll ride with you. But the morning that we were supposed to go, we called and the young man, Robert is his name. Okay. And I did leave his phone number. So we want to show Robert some love. We're going to show him some love because I called and showed him some this morning. So we did called him, and it was some things that needed to be done with the car. And in the conversation, Robert said that, well, you come down here, it'll be done. Well, it was I think the tire was losing pressure. We went to check that out, and something on the dashboard light was on something, and it was another thing. It was like three things that was wrong. And he said, okay, it was supposed to be done by the time we got there. He said somebody was looking at the car. He was waiting for it to get back and blah, 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 whatever. So I looked and I said, honey, I said, when we get down there, I said, that man's not a man of his word. And that's what I told him. And I said, when we get down there, whatever needed to be done in that car won't be done. All right. I knew it. So of course we went down there and it was an hour and maybe some minutes, hour and a half, hour and some minutes away from us, but we didn't leave right then. We was kind of giving him time to make sure that it was done. So I think we didn't leave for like 2 hours. Okay. So it took us a total of we didn't get down there for 3.5 hours after we had talked to him. So 3 hours giving him time to get the work done, get the car back and blah, blah, blah. So we got down there. Of course, the car was there and everything that was wrong that he was supposed to be working on wasn't done. None of it. The tire, the little light, and the front fender had a little slit in it or something. It's supposed to be fixed or whatever. None of that was done. And I said, okay, honey. I said, well, leave the car here. Don't sign any paperwork. Don't give any money. And until he fixes what he said is wrong with the car. That was the discussion before we left the house. We weren't going to put down any money. We weren't going to sign any papers. We were going to make sure everything was done. We were going to give him time to do it if it wasn't done, and we were going to come back. We still wanted the car, but we just wanted him to do the work. But that wasn't what happened. My husband ended up doing the paperwork that day, even though things weren't done, because he got Robert's word. He got Robert's word. And family, your word is your bond. Your word is your bond. Let's not say stuff just to make money. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. When I said what I said, I told my husband I didn't trust him, that he wasn't somebody that was trustworthy. I was told that I was too hard on individuals. I was told that I'm too hard on Black people. Now, my husband knows that I have a love for my people, but I have a love for them to do the right thing. I just believe that it's in us to do the right thing. We've taken on our enemy's characteristics, but I think that once we see that we have to do the work. Once we see that there are some issues, if we have an issue with lying, if we have an issue with being trustworthy, we have a history or an issue with just being accountable, then I think we have to do the work in us. Okay. Nobody's perfect. Oh God, no, nobody is perfect. And that's not what I'm saying. But when you know that there is an issue in you that needs some attention, Because some people, for me, I'm a late start. I'll come a little late. Okay, I'm supposed to be here at 12. I get to work at 12:05 after. I'm just saying, I have a habit of that, and I've been trying to work on that. And God knows I've been trying to work on that. But if it's something that I really don't want to do, I'm gonna be late. I already know that. So I try to leave on time. I try to get dressed ahead of time, but at the end, I still ends up slowing down, and I end up lagging behind. Okay, but if it's something I really want to do, I'm there. Okay, if it's an interview, I know to get there early, or if it's something business wise, I know to get there early because it's something I want to do. Okay, but I know I have an issue of running late. Okay, I got it. I inherited that because my mom was terrible. She would, if you tell her you had an appointment at 2, your appointment was at 2, excuse me, you better tell her 1:30, 1, okay? And then you might get there too. My mom was terrible, but and all her sisters are like that. But that's no excuse. I'm not saying that that's no excuse for um not correcting. I'm not gonna say, oh, I inherited, blah, blah, blah. No. When you see something in you, like for instance, if you're a liar and you know that you have an issue with lying, and I know some people that do have issues with lying, and I'll be telling them you need to take care of that because that I can't stand a person that lie. I can't. I'm telling you, I told the young man tonight. I told Robert, I just talked to him maybe now a couple hours ago, and I told him I was going to do a show, and I wanted him to come on because I wanted us to kind of talk it out. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted him to tell his side of the story because there's my side, his side, and the truth, right? I believe that there's three sides. I saw it different. He saw it different. And I know there's another side, but offered him an opportunity to come on, and he did hear. And I told him some things about just what I'm saying to you. We have to be trustworthy. We have to be honest with our own. We have a stereotype as far as the stereotype is saying that black folk are dishonest, black folk are sneaky, where we can't trust each other, we don't trust each other, we won't trust each other, we don't like each other. The stereotype. Let's not do that. Let's not be that. Let's do something different. Let's be better than what the stereotype is. Let's be better than Willie Lynch. Okay. Let's be better than the Stockholm syndrome. Let's do it different. Let's do the work in us so that we can get better results because we can do this. We built this country. So you see what we can do. Let's get back to the leadership ability. Let's get back to being leaders. Let's get back to being builders and owners, and let's get back to the gifts that was placed in us during birth, even from the beginning of foundation. Let's get back to being who God created us to be. Okay, we are leaders. They took that gift. They won't let you lead. They won't let you own companies. They won't let you lead companies. They won't let you be CEOs of big CEO 5 Fortune companies because they say, oh, black folk are this, black folk are that, black folk can't do this, but we know we can, and I know we can. But I told him I expected more. He was shocked at the phone call. And I said, you're shocked at the phone call? We had conversations, so you knew what kind of person I was sitting in your office. I said, so for you to be very shocked at this phone call, it just speaks volumes to me because it tells me that you're used to getting away with craziness. You're used to getting away with stealing. You're used to getting away with lying. And nobody has held you accountable. Nobody has placed you in a hot seat. Nobody has told you that that behavior is not acceptable. But I'm telling you now, that behavior right there, if you are going to be a prosperous business owner, which is what we all want, you're going to have to take care of that issue right there, that lying and that being. And now that you're a thief and you're a liar, you're going to have to take care of that. And he did. He listened to me. But what are you going to do about it? It's not up to me. I'm not begging you to do anything. I just want you to do the right thing. And that's what I told him. I said, my husband didn't have that car a month. And I think he drove it one time and it's broke down. Okay. He trusted you. And my husband is an amazing man. He trusts everybody. He trusts Robert, and he even took up for him. You know, you're too rough, you're too hard. And I said, okay, you don't give people a chance. I said, okay. When I feel in my spirit, and when I feel in my heart that you can't be trusted, then I'm supposed to I have to go by that. I don't know anything else to go by. I don't know how to go past that. I don't know how to look past that. I don't know how to just put that on the side and be like, okay, I'm going to trust this person anyway, even though what I'm feeling is like, the bells, is ringing, the fire, all of this is going off in me. And I'm thinking, okay, how do I get past that and trust you anyway? I don't know how to do that. I said, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully, and I was praying that I was wrong about this person, and I would have loved to have been wrong, which would have been fine. I didn't need to be right in this situation. I don't have to be right in every situation. If I'm really overreacting, I'll take that. But if I'm feeling something, oh, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I can't help that. But I want us as Black people to be held accountable. And I want us to know that our business practices, our word of mouth is your advertisement for your business. And I told him I am going to put you on blast because right now you failed. You failed as a Black business owner. You failed as a person. You failed at being responsible. You failed at being trustworthy and honest. You failed to be honest with your business practices, and that is unacceptable. And that is something we should never accept. Or in the Black community, we should never accept somebody that's not giving you 100%. That's even in a marriage. If you see, or dating, that's even in dating. If you're dating a guy or a woman, and you see that you see some areas that need to be tweaked, why not address those areas, or why not say something before you marry that person? Then you try to bring it to the forefront and be wanting that person to change. No, the time to handle that is before the marriage, right? So that's why, I think we as Black business owners, it's time for us to step it up. We have to be above and beyond. We have to go be above and beyond. If we're going to be successful in our businesses, we have to give 100%. And when we fall short of that, we need to work on us. We have to work on us. It's so important for others to be able to trust our word. So if you tell me that a car is going to be fixed, if you tell me that the tire, well, I have to get a new tire. Okay, then get a new tire. Don't let me see the tire pressure going out the tire and tell me it's okay, because that's what he said. Oh, it's okay. And I asked him, I said, well, why was the tire going down? Is it a bad tire? Do we need a new tire, or what's going on? He said, no, the tire is okay. Okay, come to find out, the tire wasn't okay. We had to end up replacing the tire. So that's lie number one. And then there was a light on in the car. And I said, well, why is the light? Because that was another issue my husband had seen. An issue was the light on, and he said it was a sensor. He said, well, I ordered the part. He said the part, still waiting on the part. And that, he said, well, that'll be in Tuesday. And my husband, I told him, I said, well, why don't you leave it and let him do all what needs to be done before you bring it home? Nope, he wanted to take it home. He said, well, I'll take it back. I wanted to drive it. He wanted to drive it. And then he said, well, I'll take it back up there Tuesday and let him fix it. So Tuesday came and no Robert. Wednesday came, no Robert. Thursday came, no Robert. Friday came, got in touch with Robert finally. And he said, well, bring the car back. We brought the car back. The car stayed up there for a couple days till that next, I think it was that, not until that next Tuesday when we got the car back. And it still wasn't working. And he told another lie about the sensor. The Mercedes place saw something else. It wasn't just a sensor, it was something else. And they're oh, he told him, I said, if it had been me, I wouldn't have dealt with you. And I did tell him that today. I said, after me talking to you on the phone, I would have null and void the contract. I wouldn't have ever signed a contract for one, because I would never talk to you again, because I wouldn't have ever wanted to deal with you, feeling what I felt in my heart, knowing that he was not trustworthy, feeling that. I would have gone on my feelings and not bought the car, wouldn't have had anything to do with him. I would have never talked to him again, because I would have not wanted to get scammed. Um, but that wasn't, that's not my husband. He's more of a, well, let's just see. You'll see the red flags, you'll see the fireballs, and you still, well, maybe we could put the fireballs on the way. Let's get to know the person. Maybe it's not, maybe we're just tripping. Maybe it's not what we really feeling. Maybe it's not what we really thinking. Okay. My thing was, I moved out the way. I said, this is your deal. This is what you want. You go for it. I was done with it. Okay, you do you. Because I understand that sometimes I'm a bit much. And if I feel it, I feel it. And I felt that he was not trustworthy. I felt that he was not a man of his word. I felt that this whole deal was not going to go the way we thought it should, or the way we wanted it to. But I think we Black family need a website to put going to do the right thing by their own. Because I think we have been in such a toxic society that we've taken on the toxicity of our enemies. We've taken on their behaviors. We've taken on their ways. Hate to say it, but we act, some of us, we act just like our oppressors, because we've learned their ways, and we treat each other the same way they treat us. We treat is the way we treat each other. And that right there is unacceptable. It is time for us to address some things in the Black community. It's time for us to address us. And it's time for us to be one. And it's time for us to be there for each other. And it's time for us to have our backs, each other's backs. It is time for us to stand up and be like, if you see somebody doing something, if you see somebody that's not trustworthy, it's time to call him out on their BS. It is not time for us to. And when he told me that he was very shocked of the phone call this morning, I knew then that he had not ever been called out about his BS. This was a practice or a behavior that he has had throughout his whole life. This is a behavior that needs to be changed, but probably won't be. So my thing is, I told him, I said, karma's coming. And it's unfortunate that your business from this day forth is not going to thrive. The car that you took was a great car. There was nothing wrong with it, but my husband wanted something bigger. Okay, we kind of get, that way. It's okay. But he wanted something bigger. What he wanted to call it his retirement car. Okay. But I said, you had a perfectly fine car, but don't think that you were going to get away with what and how you operated for free. I said, that is a price you're going to have to pay. And being dishonest, that's a high price. Okay. You're going to negate your business. You'll stop your business from thriving just by being dishonest because I'm put you out there. I am going to put you out there. I'm going to do a show. And I did tell them I'm doing a show on you this morning. You can come on and you can, speak your piece. But just know that I am doing a show. Um, and my thing is, we have to get to the point where we're being held accountable. And this behavior is unacceptable in the Black community. We have to hold each other at a higher standard. We have to, and I know, guess what? I do understand with us, getting into business, you know, we don't have a whole lot of money. I understand that totally. And I do give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you know that you have a car that's a problem, you don't try to bandage it, you don't lie. I mean, my husband was calling him the day that the car went down. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna call the AA, the the towing people out or whatever." And he said, "Well, I can't get anybody. I'm gonna call." This is what he said. He said, "I'm getting on the phone right now." And this was the day after Christmas, I think, the day after Christmas. And he said, "I can't get in touch with anybody." He said, "But maybe tomorrow." I think it was a weekend. He said, we had to wait till Monday. So Monday came and, no call from Robert. Tuesday, no call. Here we go again. The man with, no integrity. We're counting on him now to do the right thing. Right. Okay. So anyway, he did finally call and he said, "Well, I'm having the Mercedes place come and get it now." And then he hung up and I said, "Well, how's he know where to get it from?" I said, "The car wasn't at the house, so where's he getting it from? Does he know where to get the car from?" And my husband calling him back and said, "Hey, Robert, I'm gonna have the car. Do you want me to leave the car where it is?" Which was at the bank in the parking lot. And he said, "No, leave the car where it is, and I'm gonna have it picked up from that address. Give me the address." And I'll have it picked up from there. Okay, my husband did that. We waited. We waited. No, Robert. No tow truck. No nothing. Okay, night fine. Now, I mean, time was going past, and I'm like, well, is he gonna get the car or not? I mean, it's a big, long, drawn out whatever with him. He's a liar. Every time he said something out of his mouth, it was a lie, and he would be, "Oh, I'm taking care of it. I got it." And nothing. How are you like that? And it's okay. You are a liar. Do you really realize that you are a liar and you have no integrity? That's what I'm seeing. And that's what I seen from the beginning from him. That was what I saw in the beginning. A man with no integrity that uh, was trying to convince my husband that he had integrity. And I already saw that he didn't. But my thing is, why is it okay? And why is it that we accepted his that behavior? And why do we accept his behavior even when we know that um, you saw that he was a liar? Well, I saw it. I saw that the integrity wasn't there. But from his conversation, nobody has ever called him out. Nobody. Why do we accept that? Why do we not call people out on their BS? Why are we accepting these people that's not going to stand up, but stand behind your product? No, we want to do this, and we as Black folk, this is our opportunity for greatness. This is our opportunity to have our own businesses. Why are we not holding them to a higher standard? Why are we just allowing them to get away with whatever? And we're not, because I talk to other people and I say, hey, you guys, what would you do? How do I handle it? What should I do about this car issue? And a lot of people said, just let it go. Why, why are we just letting stuff go like this? This is $18,000 purchase, and we're gonna let it go when it didn't work one day. Why are we letting this go? Why? I don't understand that. How do we move forward? How do we do better? I guess that's what I'm asking. How do we do better? What would you do about this situation? Because I didn't want to. I fought with doing the show. I fought. I fought with myself because I want his business to thrive. But I told him, I said, your behavior is going to stop you from being. It's going to stop your business. It's the integrity issue, the character issue. You can't be trusted. You're a liar, and now you're a thief. That's a lot. Okay, and you're trying to have your own business. That's a lot. How do you get past that? How do you grow from that? This is not something that this person has developed, overnight. This is not something this person has developed now running a business. This is not something that he's developed. This is not something that he's developed today. This is a man's character. This is his integrity. Um, and it it speaks volumes. This is how he runs his business. This is not acceptable. If you're going to work in the Black community, we are expecting you to be above and beyond, even with the little money that we are working with in our community, because we have to understand, yes, white folk been doing this forever. They have been in business forever, so they've had years of practice, and they still are doing it right. They still will teach you. Yes, we expect them to do. We expect to pay a higher interest rate with them. We expect to, not saying it's okay, but we've done it forever. But right now we want to deal with our own. Just like this black bank that I see. What's the guy, young man with the black bank? And he talks about the black bank, and I said, well, are you going to go on the same system that they've gone on, gone on all the times before? Yes, you have a black bank, but what are you going to do different? Are you going to give us better interest rate? Are you going to hold us at the same standards? Because a lot of black folk, our credit is some of us, you know, credit is not to the best, but why is it that we still have to pay 17, 18, 20, 25% interest rate? No. I asked, this was in my comment as far as the bank was concerned. I said, well, uh, what are you going to do different than the white banks? Because if you're not going to do anything different, then why do we need to switch over? W- Dealing with black people, you have to deal with us different. Um, you have to be able to overlook some of the systematical racism that's already been put in place for us to fail. You have to look over that when when we do trip on top, when we do trip over those traps. You have to look, we have to look over that. Um, we had a car place that came in our neighborhood, and they they went out of business because a lot of black people were not being able to qualify for cars, which is sad. They were requiring a lot down. Um, so why is it that when you come in our neighborhood, you, you require a, a, a whole lot more than you would a white person. Why is it when you come in our neighborhood, you want whole you give you want us to pay 21%, 25% interest rate. That's not how we want to do business. That's not how we need to do business. That's not how we're going to do business. We are going to um and I I talk I say this because I want us to get to the point where um, we we are building our credit. drive. I am so sorry, you guys. I don't know what happened. This my computer is acting. It's like the craziest ever. I am coming back. I'm here. I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But I hope that you guys understood. Maybe they just didn't like what I was saying or whatever. I don't know. I told you I have fought with this whole show since Christmas. Okay, and I didn't put it on because I don't like I didn't want to put him on blast. I did not. I want his business to be so successful. I want all of our Black businesses to be successful. That is so important to me. I want us to be top notch. I don't want us to settle for less. I don't want us to half-ass our stuff. I would when people walk into, just like I was trying to get the shop, and I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm still looking for a building. The man wanted 3 times the amount. He wanted 900, and he wanted me to pay down like $2,700. And I'm like, dude, this is a pandemic. Nobody has $3,000 to put into your building. You need to come down. Um, you you have to come down on your price. You can't ask for 3 times the amount. And then they went up $50 on the price. So I'm like, no, you hold on to your building. I'm not. So I am still looking for a building. Um, so am I good now, you guys, or is it still sounding yucky? Am I? Is it okay? Is it all good? Okay, I hope I'm good. But I don't know what's going on with the show today, but I hope that you guys can hear me. I am on Blog Talk too, so you guys can switch over to Blog Talk. And I gave you that number. That number is 563-999-3682. If you want to hear it on the phone, you can call that 563-999-3682, and you can hear me on Blog Talk. I am on Blog Talk at the same time as I am here. But I want us to be above and beyond. I want us to go. I want us to shine. And like I was saying, as far as the business, with the guy, I am still looking for a building because I am still want to do the vendors. I think that's a good idea because a lot of Black people, we do have our businesses, but we don't have a building. So I wanted to offer you guys a place to come, and you can set up 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days a week. I was going to charge you a weekly fee, and you can come in the building anytime you want it. It's your business, it's your spot, and you treat it like it's yours. That's the goal. Okay, and eventually, I wanted to get the next door spot, and this place had an attached spot next to it where I could put in the lawyers. I wanted you guys to go. You guys have a place to go for your lawyer, your legal advice. I wanted you guys to be able to go to a dentist, and I wanted a doctor that was doing like pap smears or feminine whatever, or just a general practice. That's what I wanted in next door. And then also I wanted to get a place where you can come for electrician, plumbing, or just plain old carpentry work. Okay, because I know we have a lot of Black men that's coming out of jail, out of prison, and they need their own businesses. We are not going to beg white folk to employ us. We are not going to beg them, knowing that we got caught up in their system, their systematical racism, and now you get out of jail, you can't find a place, you can't find employment, you can't find a place to live. They want you to pretty much go back to jail. They won't hire you, won't give you a job because they want to send you behind back to jail. Stream is choppy. Maybe I need to come back out and go back in. What you think? Hold on. Let me try to. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I tell you what. I'm coming out. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come out and go back in. I'm gonna see if I can. they have jobs. All right, you guys, is this better? I'm back. This is the third time. I do apologize for the choppiness. I do apologize. Let me see how it's looking again. Let's see here. This is crazy. I have never seen anything like this before. But is this better? I hope it's. All right, you guys, is this better? I'm back. This is the third time. I do apologize for the choppiness. I do apologize. Okay, I think we're good, right? Okay. Welcome everybody. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm just trying to I just need some help to understand how I need to handle this. And I didn't want to tread on my brother's toes at all. I didn't even want to do the show, but his attitude was so bad. The lion got so bad to where every time my husband called, oh, the tow truck was there. We're gonna have it towed to the Mercedes place. It was already at the Mercedes place, and I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna take care of the bill. It was all of this lying, one lie after another. And my poor husband was hanging on to every word because he thought that this guy was gonna do the right thing, and he didn't. Okay, thank God that my husband got a warranty on the car, and he's able to get it fixed. But it was a little choppy at first. It was a little sticky. It was, uh, I was upset. Okay. But I kind of stayed out of it. But I did call him today to see if he wanted to actually come on before I didn't want to drag him. I'm not trying to drag him through the mud. I'm not trying to drag Carolina cars through the mud in Concord, Virginia. And I told y'all, let's shout out to Robert. Okay, 704-315-7879. I'm just saying. But I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. And I hope I'm sounding. Am I sounding a little better? Give me let me know how if I'm sounding better. Jay Smooth, welcome. DM, welcome. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But I just want us to, if we're gonna do our own businesses, you guys, I want us to be 100%. I want us to have our crap together. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. I want us to step out and hold your head up and be proud. This is my business. I stand behind my business. And even when I get the building that I'm looking for, I am going to put people in there that are proud owners, that are proud to have their own business. We're not having no ghetto miss. We're not having folks standing outside, and we're not doing that. We are going we're gonna make people proud. We are going to make Black folk proud to have their own. This is why I keep saying I want people that's going to come there, be responsible, because I'm not going to be there. This is your business. I'm just supplying the space, and I am still looking for that building. I was hoping that they would call me back and say, hey, I know this pandemic. Okay, we'll take the 16. I could do the 16. That's not a big deal. We get the 1600. We get at least 20, 25 vendors in there, and we were going to let 10 in at a time. We were going to do the COVID thing. We're going to have the masks. We're going to spray down. We're going to close up for about 30 minutes to every 2 hours. We're going to close down to spray it down. And we're going to reopen for another 2 hours. That's how we have the COVID thing down pat. But I want us to be proud. I don't want us to operate like white folk. They don't care. They don't care about our money. I don't want to leave. I don't want somebody to leave my building or leave one of my vendors. And I'm gonna have my number out there. So if one of my vendors are not doing what they're supposed to do, then I am going to step to them. Excuse me. This is the way we need to do business. I'm holding them accountable. If you're going to, and I'm not there to be your mother. I'm not, I promise you. But I want, if your business, if somebody comes to them and say, hey, you sold me a steel cupcake, or you sold me a pair of shoes that tore up within a week, or hey, you did my nails and my nail came off. I want you to fix it. I don't want them to have to come to me. I want you to fix it. This is your building, your business. Have pride in your own. I don't want to step into any of it, but I'm not going to have the representation is everything. I need people that are going to have great products. I need people that are going to put the money into their business. Yes, we don't have a whole lot of it, but guess what? That's why I'm taking donations. That's why I'm taking I still have the GoFundMe up. That's why I'm taking. So therefore, we can put money toward helping you, or helping them to even get started, or helping them money toward, okay, take some of this money. You need a little product here. Take $100, take $200, take $300 to get your product. We need pledges. That's what I'm taking, pledges. I want people to pledge every month. Pledge $20, pledge $10, pledge $5, pledge something toward your own community in trying to get our own business. We're trying to get our own thing. Okay, but it's going to take us working as a team, and we have to work as a team. We cannot. It's called group economics, and Claude Anderson talked about group economics with us. He talked about us coming together, and he talked about us being above and beyond. Yes, he said yes. Black folk don't have a whole lot of money, but still, what we do have, we have to. We put it into our business. We put it. We go above and beyond. We have great attitude, great customer service, and I'm telling you, when I walk into a door of a business and they acknowledge that I'm there, I want to spend money. But when I go there and they don't even speak to me, I don't want to spend money in your facility. I don't want to spend money with you, and I don't. If you don't have great customer service, I don't want. I went up to the drive-through of one of the restaurants. I can't think of which one it was, and the girl, her attitude was so stank. I was like, "Whoa, you didn't want to get out the bed this morning." I said this to her. I said, "Wow, you're not having a good day, are you?" And that right there should have been for her to be like, "Oh my God, she see the attitude, she see my whatever." That should have been that was a clue to her from me to be. I was trying to tell her, "I see you. I see stank. I see a bad attitude. I see that you're having some issues, and I'm not supposed to be able to see that because when you come to work, you put all that stuff behind you. When I go to work, nobody knows what kind of day I had or what kind of day I'm having. Nobody knows unless I open my mouth and say, "Hey, this is what's going on." No, that's how it should be. You're supposed to come to your business with a smile and be ready to make some money and give them the best of you that you can. Not and then okay, got my food, and then her manager or whatever was at the next window or whoever was there, and I said, "That one back there, you need to take her off the window." I did say that. I said she does not want to be here. She needs to go home, or you need to put her in the back to do some stock or something. But I would get her off my window because I'm gonna tell you what: if I have a business and I would drive through that company, whatever, I can't even remember what restaurant it was, but it was a drive through, and I drove through it. And I'm gonna tell you what: if I was the owner, immediately right then and there, I would have taken her off that window and I would have given her a choice: either you go home or you can go to the back and stop. I'm gonna tell you, if her attitude didn't get better, I would have said, "You need to go home. Maybe if you miss a day's work, okay, then let you think about, oh man, I better get together because they're not going to tolerate my attitude here." And maybe she wanted to be home anyway. If that was the case, she should have called off and I would have had somebody to come in her place. I mean, this is the way that we have to think. You don't want people working for you that don't want to be there because their attitude is going to be stank. And if she had to ask for it off, if I couldn't get it to her, if you want to call off, you can, but just let me know, and I would have had somebody else there to take your place. I mean, I just don't believe in. I believe that we as supervisors and managers and owners can do things a little different, because if people aren't there, if their heart's not there, maybe she had an issue at home, maybe her baby was sick, maybe her husband or her boyfriend, had got her upset, or maybe her mom was, maybe it was an issue somewhere. Okay, for her to come to work acting like that, something was going on. And I would rather for her to call me and say, "Cassie, I can't make it. Something's going on home. I need to take care of." And I would have said, "Thank you for calling. I got you. Let me do blah, 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 blah." I'll call somebody else because I'd had somebody else on standby. I will have enough people working in my company where I'm not going to be in a bad spot if you don't come to work. You feel me? That's where we have to be. Okay? We have to be prepared. We have to have people that can take up the slack for us when we're not there. And I told these people, I said, "I'm looking for a manager for this business building because I'm not going to be there. Okay? It's not my job to be there. I'm just I'm offering you a space. I don't want to be there all day, every day. That's not what I'm there for." And the manager is going to, and I'm going to offer that manager, let me know if you guys think this is a great idea or not, but I'm going to offer that manager, she'll be able to sell, that person, he or she will be able to sell their product and keep all the money. You just have to open for me. And the last person that leaves, check in with the manager, and they will say, "Hey, I'm the last person that leaves. I'm the last one here. I am locking the door." And that's it. That's all I want. I don't need a manager that, she's not your mom either. She's going to be my eyes when I'm not there. But I'm going grown people, okay? And this the person you're not going to be paying. I'm not expecting my manager to pay me rent. I expecting every dime that she make will be her own. I just need your eyes and ears, and you see somebody stealing, or you see somebody is not doing what they're supposed to do, or you see somebody is acting ghetto and acting crazy, then you have my permission to put them out. I'm just saying, we are there. We are going to run we're gonna give you 100, and I want your 100. That's what I want. I don't want us to come there with this bad behavior. No, black folk, that's not who we are. We don't have to act, yes, some of us came from the project, but we don't have to act like projects, do we? We at some point we want to step it up. At some point we want to do better. At some point we don't want our past to follow us into the present. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you grew up in a project. Okay, so what? We're not gonna, hold that against you. But we don't expect you to bring the project into your business. Okay. So if you know that there is some ghetto-ness that needs to be worked on, then I expect you to work on that. I expect you to do the work, just like my friend, Mr. Robert. I expect him that he has a lion spirit. He needs a deliverance. Do I have any deliverers in the audience? Do I have anybody that can help Mr. Robert with his lion spirit? Okay, because he's a thief and he's a liar. Do I have anybody that can help him with that? I'm just saying. I digress. But I just want us to just want more for yourself, want more for your business, want more. You want to thrive, then you got to put the work in to make that happen. You can't give half ass nothing and expect 100%. That's not going to work. It's not going to fly. I'm just saying, family. I expect, and I hope you expect 100%, because I know if I had this building, it would be clean. Okay, before I opened it, I would paint the walls. I would do my part, because I would never want you to come into, a place where the carpet's nasty or the walls look like somebody else had been there and they threw food on the walls or whatever. I would want that place to be 100%, but I can't do it by myself. So I need everybody to take care of their spot. I would clean it up and I would make sure when they came in the door that it was up to par. But as we go and I fill those spots, I'm gonna expect each and every one of my vendors to do their part. You clean your space up, you vacuum your area when you leave. I'll have a vacuum there for everybody. I have a couple of vacuums I need to, whatever, but use the vacuum your area. If you have cupcakes, you have bakery goods, you have food, make sure that no food is on the floor. Make sure that bakery area that you have your cupcakes, the cake area is clean. That's all. That's not. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Okay, but I just want us family to. We don't want to be the stereotype that they say. We don't want to be who they call us. We don't want. We want to be different. We want to fool folk. We want to be like, yeah, I know you thought it was gonna be like this, but this is what it is, and show them. I can show you better than I can tell you. We're not ghetto. We're not gonna act the way you thought we would. We're not Willie. We're not. We're gonna make Willie Lynch out a lie. How about that? I'm just saying, and I think it could be done, but it's gonna be done through us making a difference and not knowing that we have this integrity issue and we're not going to address it. And I told him at the end of the conversation, I said, I wish you well. I said, but if you continue like this with the integrity issue, dishonesty and being a thief, your business is not going to thrive. I said, yes, you may get away with it for now. You may get away with it for 10 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe. I said, but karma will bite you in the butt, and you won't last. And I wasn't putting anything on him. I'm just saying, because who's going to come back? Who's going to, because I know eventually, at first I was going to allow him, I was going to think about getting me another vehicle, and had told my husband that I wanted him to get me a certain kind of car to look for it. But I said I would go back to him. And even when I left there, I said, I don't want him looking. That day when I left there, I said, I don't want him looking for a car for me. I don't want him to. No, I'm not going to deal with him. And that's what I told my husband the first day when I met him. I said, no, he's not trustworthy, and I'm not going to buy anything from him. So I didn't even have him looking for me, because he goes to different auctions and stuff. But I said, no, thank you. I'll pass. And I'm glad I did, because we had two cars like that, and both of them was broke, we'd be in trouble. But thank God my husband has a pickup truck that he drives. Okay, he's been driving that. But I, I hope this video um, is doing something for us. I'm not here to complain and fuss about somebody. I don't want to do that. I don't want to always come to the black folk and be negative about us. I want us to think. I want us to do better. I seen the video where Black Lives Matter. The girl was twerking on the Capitol. That hurt my heart because that's not who Black folk are. Why is it that this is what Black Lives Matter represented? It doesn't represent anything good for Black people, but they had this Black girl twerking with a red, white, and blue flag on, looked like shorts, and it was terrible. But she was twerking in front of white folk, and she's going up the stairs, shaking her butt, twerking, and it's just a mess. And I thought, is this how Black Lives Matter can represent? This is the only way that they can represent Black people. Why are we always represented negatively? Why are we always represented like we so ghetto? Why are we always represented? And that helps. Gives the bad that gives a bad light on Black people when white folks see that and they see those videos and they say, look at them Black folk. They're bored, them Black folk. They just so blah blah blah. No, that's not who we are. I'm so tired of people representing us like that and we don't hold them accountable. Why didn't somebody hold Black Lives Matter accountable for that video? Why was it okay? This is what I'm saying. When it comes to us, we just sit back and we accept whatever. Why was that okay for us to accept that video of us looking like, I don't even know what it was, terrible. That's not who we are. But nobody is saying anything. We just, well, I don't want to be the one to call them out because I don't want to be the one they call racist. Well, guess what? I don't call they call me racist or not. My thing is you need to get it straight. You need to correct it. You need to do better. You're not gonna sit up here and represent us that making us look like we fools and making us look crazy and and we don't say nothing. No, when you represent Black people, this is what we need you to do. We need you to represent us well. We need you to make it look like us and not somebody out of clown book. I'm just saying. But we don't say anything, and that's where we're messing up. That's where we dropping the ball. Okay. Because we should be calling people out when we see that they're not going to have our best interests at heart. We have to say something. We have to call them out. We have to their feet to the fire and be like, no, just like some of this music that we're hearing. Okay. Some of this music should have right here. When we hear them cussing and bees, this and hoes, no, 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 no. Hold on. My child is not listening to that. And if you can't play something better than that, we're not even going to tune. We're going to tune you out. We're not going to turn the radio on. And I guarantee you, if we start doing stuff like that, they'll stop making music like that because they know we're not going to buy it. We're not going to listen to it. But we don't call people out when they have music that they cussing out and white folk don't have music like that. Do you hear any white people music cussing each other out? Why do we always have the negativity attached to us? I have not heard one white person music, even if it's country. I heard, well, Bo, his wife left him. I don't hear no cussing folk out. I'm just saying. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm just saying. I want us to get the same. I want us to get the same love. I want us to get this. I want them to see, when they see us, that they don't see clowns. When they see us, they see people that love each other and respect each other, code behavior. I want a whole lot in the Black community needs to change. Our mindset for one needs to change, and we need to be like, this is what we're going to represent. And if you can't represent this, then you're not representing anything. And that's where we should be right now. That's where we have to be. Enough of this acceptable behavior, negative acceptable behavior. Enough of this looking like clowns and we cussing. And we had one woman that came on that was talking about Ice Cube, okay, his contract. The woman was cussing him out so bad about the contract, and I'm like, dude, that contract is for you. He made the contract for you, and you cussing him out because he wants you to ask for something. That's how we know the bootlicks. When we see people that got on our brother because he was trying to ask for something before you gave your vote and you got mad because you said it was the wrong timing. Well, okay, maybe he should have asked a little sooner. Is that what you're saying? Or wait until after the election, then ask. As you see, us not asking for something before the election is getting us nothing after the election. Because the first 100 days, I don't hear what Biden is saying anything that he's going to do for Black people. I haven't heard one thing, but I seen where this woman cussed Ice Cube out on national, but it was highlighted. It was highlighted. Why? Why did she feel the need to do that? To please white folk? Why did she feel the need to disrespect our brother, our king? To please who? What angle was she coming from? What was she trying to prove by doing that? Because you already proved that you're a fool for one, because you didn't ask for anything. Because somebody said we don't need any more hand ups. What the hell are you talking about? Everybody else, black folk, the only one that talk about we don't need any hand ups. Black folk, the only one. You don't hear the Jews talking about we don't want no hand up because they get $38 million. They got $38 million last year. I didn't hear not one say we don't need no hand up. You keep that 38 million. Did you? I didn't hear the Asians when they gave them, or the Indians. I didn't hear when they offered them 3 million. I didn't hear them say, "Oh, we don't need a hand up. You keep that." I didn't hear the Asians when they was giving them a hand up this summer because of COVID. I didn't hear one person say, "Oh, we don't need that hand up. You keep that." I don't hear that from them, but I hear from black people. Why? Why are we so? I don't understand. I'm trying to understand us. We'll tell somebody in a minute, I don't want a handout. It's not a handout, it's a handout. Everybody else gets a handout, except us. When it comes to us, oh, I don't want your money. We're good. No, we're not. We're not good. Our wealth sucks. Have you looked around? Our wealth sucks. The wealth gap is tremendous. We've not moved forward from 1963 till now. We've not moved 1 inch. And you have the nerve to turn down something? Seriously? Will you turn yours down? I'll take I'll take your share. And anybody else share who don't want their share. If you don't want your share, you sit over there. But when we come into the table for reparations, I want all, and I want to get it every year. Because I don't think that I don't think that we're supposed to just get one payment. I think we're supposed to get several payments from several different people. We need a payment from the Arabs. We need a payment from the Jews. We need a payment from Africa. I'm just saying we need a payment from the Pope, because that's who put it, the Roman Church Catholic, the Roman Church. We need a payment from them also, because he was the one that put his approval on slavery. You're going to put your approval on enslaving other people? Oh yeah, you're going to pay us reparations, please. Thank you. We'll take it. Because you didn't have a right. You didn't have a right to say, oh, we're going to go snatch them black folk from their land and bring them over here to be our slaves, to do for us. And we're not going to do for ourselves. And then turn around after you let us out of slavery, you didn't give us a dime, and still don't want to give us a dime, because you will tell us, well, half of those people, there's no slaves left now. Well, guess what? There's no slave owners left now. That's what you said. But guess what? You didn't say that when the Jews came. You didn't say that because there's none left that was who put them in to survive the Holocaust. Is there? If it is, it might be 1 or 2 or 10. I don't know how many, but still, you didn't say that to them. You didn't say that to the Asians. You didn't say that to the Indians. But you'll say it to black folks. Because ain't nobody in that 1866 treaty that was made with the Indians, nobody is still living from those days, right? But you still gave them reparations. Okay. So don't come to me with that. Well, we weren't living when nobody is living. No slaves or no slave owners are still living nowadays. So we're not giving you nothing. No, you didn't say that to any other culture, but and we're not taking a study. We don't need a study. You didn't give nobody else a study. Okay. When you came with this pandemic, you just gave out how many trillions of dollars? You didn't get a study. You just gave them money. Chinese people this summer, when they was talking about COVID, and when COVID was messing with their businesses, you gave them money. You didn't do a study. But every time you come to black people, we got to do a panel. We got to do a study, because we need to know more about slavery. What the hell you need to know about slavery that existed? I can't even get it out. You know it existed, right? You know you didn't pay us right. You know you left us with a piece of bread and no donkey, no land, no nothing. You gave us a piece of bread and you a bag of what? Probably 2 apples and a loaf of bread. Said go. You didn't give us nothing. Then you came and burned our cities down. When you saw that we was making it happen for our own, you came and you burned cities down. So you owe us for that. Then you turn around and kill our leaders in 63. You owe us for that. And now you still owe us for killing our babies now. So you owe us for that. So it's not just one payment. It's several payments. It's like you give the Jews, it's several payments. Look how much money every year the Jews get. We're talking about millions every year. So the same amount you're giving them, you give us. You make a check for them, you make a check for us. And what we do, we totally separate. Totally separate from them. We start educating our own babies. We have our own communities, and we get rid of some of those black laws because they still have the slave laws, Jim Crow laws. Yeah, we have to get rid. We need to redo a whole lot of stuff. Defund and dismantle the police. All of that. We got to start from scratch. But we don't need to be with them doing it. We need our own land, and we don't need them to pick it out. We'll tell you what land we want. We're gonna do our own research, and we'll tell you the land that we want. We don't want you picking out our land because you put us like the Jews did in Israel. And when those black people came over there, they gave them the bomb, the area where they were bombed, and it was so much. It was just disgusting. They had to work from that. This is what they did to them. And I can't demonia. I think they call it demona. Okay, it's in. They still are in Israel, which they ain't got no business being there because it says the Israel is going to be trodden down by the Gentiles until the day. Okay, and that's who's in there now, the Gentiles. Okay, which is not Hebrews. That's what has nothing to do with Hebrew Israelites. Nothing. Okay, they are fake, and we know that, but they have no business over there, but they are. Okay, and those black folk ain't got no business because Israel is going to be destroyed. So why are you there? I'm just saying. And the king, the person, the president of Israel told them that they had to leave, and they still stayed. But that was God's way of telling them to get out because I'm getting ready to destroy this land. I can't destroy this land with you still here. But they think that they're supposed to be there for whatever reason because He said, "My people will perish for the lack of knowledge, and my people will perish for the lack of knowledge." Okay, I did not want to be on here all day. I am done. I just wanted to bring that to our attention, you guys. Okay, because we trying to work it. It's time. This is our time. But we will not just come out any kind of way. We're not going to accept bad behavior. We're not going to accept bad business practices. We had enough with that with them. We're just not going to do it. Jasmine, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are not going to um continue. We're not going to start off on the wrong foot with bad behavior. We're just not doing it. If you're going to have a business in the Black community, we are going to expect code of behavior. We're going to expect you to come out with good, great customer service. We are going to expect you to come to work with a smile. We're going to expect you to come and work with a smile. We're not going, I don't care what's going on in your house. It doesn't matter. This is you having your own business. You have to put that stuff aside and you have to come no matter what. And you got to come with a smile. You got to bring it. That's what we're looking for. So we're expecting that. We're expecting that. Welcome, Jasmine. Thank you for joining. Haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. I'm coming on every Wednesday, you guys, for now, because you know my work schedule changes. I'm trying to retire, y'all. So I've been working like a dog, stacking my bread, and I hope you guys are into Bitcoin because if you're not, man, y'all missing it. I'm telling you, I started with $20 and I'm up to over. I'm just not even gonna tell you, but I'm just saying, y'all need to invest in Bitcoin. If you ain't got Bitcoin, I'm telling y'all doing yourself an injustice. I'm telling you, Bitcoin is on fire. I hope you guys have gotten your silver, and I hope you guys are getting your extra food. I have just gotten this Patriot, and I wish I could show you guys. I just got it the other day, and it's the Patriots. I dang, I can't even take the computer over there. What about no, I can't do it. But I'm just saying, I hope you guys have your stack food and your water. Okay. If nothing else, get your water. Get water. Every time you get paid, get water. Water, water, water. Get two, water is $1, what, $2, 2.50 at Walmart's. Get you two. Every time you get paid, get you so you have about four. Get you some water. I'm just saying we can go without food, but you can't go without water, and you can go and get you some, like Vienna. Vienna sausages. They have turkey now. You can get your just little cheap knickknacks. I'm just saying you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, but every pay you guys should be spending about $5 or maybe $10. Five for food, like go to the dollar store and get your little can, of tuna. I'm just saying, get your beans, get you some rice, um, have your toiletries, because I'm telling you, you guys, 2021, a whole lot of us gonna die because we're not gonna be prepared. And please, you guys, Please don't take that vaccine. I cannot beg Black folk enough. I know you guys have not forgotten how they treated us and how they treat us every day. I know you. It's impossible to believe that you think that they care about you when they're still killing our children in the streets. This right here, this insurrection that they're experiencing amongst their own, you let them do it. That's their stuff. That's not our stuff. And you let them kill up each other. I'm just saying, you get your popcorn and you sit your behind on the side of, get your chair and you sit there and watch the show because that's what I'm doing. I am watching the show and I'm enjoying every minute of it because I know this thing is done. I am so excited. I know this thing is done. Jasmine, this thing is done, right? Girl, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my God. I'm literally looking at the end right in front of my face. I'm just saying. I have to make sure my glass is clean to be able to make sure I don't want to miss nothing. Because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's done. And we're seeing it's done. And it's so exciting because I didn't think I would be living to be able to say it's done. Oh my God, I'm seeing the fall of America in front of my face. And it's like, oh my God. I don't know what's been going on. I don't even know if anything has gone on since the inauguration, but I don't know. Um, I I thought they were going to do some things across the country at the capitals. I don't know. I don't even know what time the inauguration started. But I am so excited. Just get your bag of popcorn and watch the show because I'm telling you, 2021 is going to be hell for them. And I remember Dana Stevens, he's a white guy, and he talks a lot about who we are and stuff. And he said the first two pandemics was going to affect us, but the next three on is not. And I don't know why the first two did. Even in Israel back in the day when they were escaping, remember Egypt? They were leaving out of Egypt, and some of them got infected with some stuff, and some things was happening until they said, "Okay, put the blood on the door." Remember, this isn't a biblical thing, and they put the thing on the sign on the door, and they were good. But I don't know, but I'm watching the show because I'm excited because I know that this thing is done. It's done. Get my little water. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me drink my little water. But yeah, this thing, y'all hang in there and keep your head on the swivel. Take your candy bars with you. You leave home, you take your candy bars with you. Okay. We do believe in, I don't advocate violence, but I do believe in protecting our own, protecting your family. Second Amendment. I believe that when you leave home, everything and everybody goes with you, and you keep your head on the swivel. And we travel in packs, we travel in groups, we travel in twos. I'm just saying, right now, things are in such a chaos. We travel in twos. Don't be out there going to the bank. Don't be out there shopping and doing a whole lot of stuff at night. Even during the day right now, just be alert. If I can just go and to the store or go to work and come back, I do just that. I'm just saying, just watch. Don't park, but just watch. I mean, everybody that come close to you, my eyes is like this. You should see me when I'm out. I'm looking. I'm constantly looking. People walk behind me. I will turn around and look. I'm just serious. I'm just saying, because I don't trust them at all, at all. And I think once we cannot put our don't put your guards down on them. Okay, don't sleep on them because they are angry, but they're angry with each other. But if you know how you're in the way and a stake will, a dog a dog will be in a dog fight, but because you're standing there, you may get bit. That's why I tell you, get your popcorn, sit on the sidelines, let them fools fight. Let them do what they're gonna do to each other. Because you remember the battle, and then I'm gonna go. You remember the battle in the Bible where um, God, Yahshua, put a blindness on them, and they begin to fight one another. Remember that? Yes, that's what's going on now. We ain't got nothing to do with it. We don't have to protect ourselves. I mean, we don't have to like fight them because he fights for us when it comes to them. Y'all know that, right? Just watch what happens. Sit back and watch and enjoy the show. With that said, I am so grateful for everybody joining. Get the likes up, like and share. Hit that thumbs, you hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, and all that great stuff. Enjoy the show. Just hit the little what you call it? What's that little thing? Let me look on here and see what it is. Okay, subscribe. How about that? Subscribe, you guys. Okay, I want to see the numbers go up. We're trying to get 300 at least. Okay, appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and take care. We'll be back next Thursday. No, next Wednesday, around 11:30. Okay, we'll see you then. Take care. Peace, family. All righty.